No, but man, the world was our idea think tank for the last week, huh?
Yeah,
We made a lot of shit happen.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I think John and I are gonna have to sit down and go through like all the Twitter DMs and all the business cards we got because we have like a massive list of people we have to follow up with.
Yeah, my suitcase is full of cards.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we were. I mean, the fact we were the group that rolled out the hardest. I mean, we had like 8 or 9 of us at one point, all in our shirts. You know, Daniel there with the red camera. I
And
mean,
a giant
we were
boombox.
easily the most. Oh yeah, the boombox backpack. Yeah, we were definitely one of the most like recognizable groups there.
Especially in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a story for another time.
Oh yeah.
Is that 4 out of 5?
All right, guys.
Let's just give it a.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off.
Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's kick it off. Welcome to the April 3rd edition. And actually, John, why are you need to do the intros? You're the voice. You do the intro.
Hello and welcome, everybody. This is another episode of MemeNFT AMA. The first one back since NFT LA. I think we're just going to kind of talk about like how it went down there and, you know, the things that we saw, what the market is thirsty for, some of the conversations that we've had, and just really, you know, dial in what MemeNFT is going to be accomplishing over the next couple weeks to the next few months.
Right on, right on. Why don't we get right into it? And then after we go through the LA stuff, we will talk about the marketplace. But go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so let me put my video on. That's okay. Go ahead, Pickles, for a minute. Let me put my video on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, LA was amazing. Obviously, I mean, it was an absolutely huge networking opportunity for us, and I'm so thankful and so blessed that in a short amount of time we were able to have a huge number from our team as well as our community, including 4 out of 5 who spent the entire duration of the event with us out there, and we were able to, you know, in a short period of time, we were able to get shirts together and hats together and the boombox backpack and all that good stuff. So first off, I just want to, you know, congratulate everyone that was a part of making that happen. That was an absolutely massive event for us to get ourselves out there and to meet some of these people who already knew who we were and meet them face to face and really shake hands. So I know John's going to talk a little bit about some of these people that we met, but we definitely got in close with some of the more influential people in this space, especially on the ETH side, because as everyone knows, NFTs are so big on the ETH side. But, you know, we were rubbing shoulders with Neo. Kevin Wright followed me on Twitter. I mean, we met some amazing people, and pretty much the consensus from everyone is that they're ready for us to step up to the plate. Once they heard what our marketplace was going to be and what we were doing with the Wyvern protocol and the 721A, people were freaking out about it. So we'll go into a little bit about what the event was like, you know, some of the partners that were out there who we met and kind of how we handled it. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it to John for that.
You know, it's funny what you're saying. I feel like our new slogan we kind of came up with came from us attending this event, like after talking with people, right? Like, and it's not like our official slogan, but it's something I think we all kind of liked. I said it in the chat earlier, the people's marketplace. Like, I really feel like what we're building here is the people's marketplace, because when we were there, we talked to a lot of people. Like, we shook a lot of hands. We looked at people in the face. We got to see people's faces because there was no masks. And, you know, we looked them in the eye and asked them the questions like, hey, what is the current marketplace you're using? And 9 times out of 10, it was they would literally call it Broken Seas, or they would roll their eyes or make some kind of thing that gave you the impression, that gave you the impression that they weren't excited to use the platform when they were saying the name OpenSea or looks rare or whatever. And, you know, it was disheartening to see this tight-knit community not have that same love towards the marketplace that they have to they have to do this every day and they have to make trades in every day. And to not have that love there kind of like really like made me take a step back when we were there, and like really gave validation to what we are doing right now, and that we are basically the people's marketplace. I mean, what we're doing here, we're like taking your guys' input. We have a lower fee structure. Anything that we're doing is not designed for a cash grab. It's designed to make sure that the platform functions properly, and that we're constantly taking all of your feedback into consideration, and that we're going to add things or take away depending on what you as the community want. These other platforms don't do that. I mean, if you guys are NFT traders, I know everyone here is not. Some of you are here just because the BSC coin itself, and I get that. But really dive into NFTs, and you'll understand real quick that these marketplaces, they don't give a fuck about the investors. I mean, to be frank, you know, it's part of my French, but they don't give a fuck about these investors. They are taking in boatloads of money, and they're not giving it back into their project. They're not doing this buyback system we have that in place that we're going to be doing. They're not taking some of those millions and throwing them into new innovations in their platform. It's the same shit I've seen for the last 5 months since I've been doing NFTs, 5-6 months. And, you know, just to come back, when we were going to these people and they were giving us those answers, it was like, okay, guys, like we're having validation here right now in the flesh that people want a different marketplace. They want something that they can be proud to say they're trading on. Like imagine you have 250 grand worth of NFTs, but like you're not even excited to the platform you have to trade them on. Like that, to me, that's concerning, right? And MemeNFT is going to bridge that gap with people. We're going to be that marketplace that people can go, hey, what marketplace are you using? They'll be like, oh, bro, I'm using MemeNFT. Like, that's how I see our investors and our users reacting to our marketplace. I see them being excited to talk about it. Oh, why do you use, and that's the thing. When you ask somebody, the only reason why they're using OpenSea is because they have to. They're like, well, what else am I going to use? Like, that's the answer they give. That's garbage. That's not what this community is all about. That's not what NFTs is all about. This is all about being tight-knit communities. And the tight-knit communities don't like the marketplace they're using, which is a problem. And that's where we're going to fill that need. And it's on us to educate all of our investors on this. So when someone asks them the question, hey, Mr. Pickles or Shake or Racks on Racks, what marketplace are you using? And when you say, oh, I'm using MemeNFT, have you heard about it? And they're like, MemeNFT? No, what's that about? And then if you can articulate and explain why you like the marketplace, the 2% fees, the UI is super simple, but at the same time, we have advanced features, things like that. If you can articulate that to other investors, that's how we're going to get mass adoption into our platform without actually taking OpenSea's head on. Like the way we were talking to people, the way we're approaching this, as we are not trying to take down OpenSea, is exactly the right marketing move to approach this, is because it's unrealistic for us to say we're going after Microsoft or Apple. It's unrealistic. No company does that out of the gate, and we're not doing that either. We're going after the market share, and we're going after a big piece. Don't get me wrong. We're going after a big piece, right? But we're not naive to say, yeah, we're going to fucking break OpenSea. That can happen in the long run, right? That can happen after we prove ourselves.
A little tiny stone. I don't want to hear it. We're going after them. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's going to come. We're going to prove ourselves to this space, and we are going to take us there. So when we were walking around and talking to people, we were talking about the Wyvern protocol, the 721A. There was literally a guy that was like, you guys are the first platform to do that. And we were like, yes, you are correct. He knew that this has not been done before. So an educated investor was bullish as fuck. You remember that guy?
Talk about it. He's a BAYC holder, a top Bored Ape holder and investor with the apes and stuff. And he actually came over to us to talk about us while we were in the middle of another conversation. And I gave him the elevator pitch, and these guys can tell you, I don't know how many times per day I gave that elevator pitch. I had it like memorized down so pat. the second I started talking about it, he was like, "Wait a second, you guys are the first people to do that, to utilize both of those, that contract and that protocol together, correct?" And we were like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Dude, that's incredible." He's like, "You sold me right there. You don't have to even go on." So I mean, we had it, like John said, you know, it's pretty amazing when you hear people. When we ask them what marketplace they're currently using, they go, "Oh man, open seas." You know, they don't sound too excited. But the second we started giving them the pitch about what we're bringing and how we're building it for traders, by traders, you could see their eyes light up. And especially because a lot of these people are people that are starting their own projects, or they already have a successful project and they're looking for a way to facilitate their project into a marketplace that's going to be better for them in the long haul. So the second we started talking about it, you'd see them, they would light up, they'd get excited. And I don't think we had a single conversation where we pitched the project and talked with people where they said, "Okay, that sounds cool. Maybe I'll check you out," and walked away. Every single person was like, "Dude, we are going to hit you up. Can we get a picture with you?" Like, people were so excited about it. And the energy too that we brought there, it wasn't like we were trying to pitch them. It was like being genuine, honest, open, energetic, and telling them like, "Hey, listen, you know, we're going into a giant ocean as a small fish, and we're going for market share. But what we're doing is focusing on doing it well and doing it for the people that need to actually have the marketplace function, and that's the investors, right? The company doesn't care. Like OpenSeas, they just want the marketplace to be a base level so they can just rake checks in. But our whole focus is on how can we make this better for the individual experience, right? And people absolutely love that. So I don't think there was a single conversation where we didn't leave with either a handshake or a hug or a photo. I mean, people were extremely bullish on it. And even that, to that point, I mean, there was only a few people that got interviewed for this, and MemeNFT was one of them. But we got interviewed for the NFT movie, and that's just because the people that were shooting that movie heard so much from other people saying, "Hey, you guys got to interview MemeNFT. You got to interview MemeNFT," because we made such a presence there. Do you want to talk a little bit about the NFT movie real quick, John?
Yeah. Do you want to let Daniel know that we're in here? I don't know if he...
Yeah, I'll text him right now. And I actually have that little, I think Satoshi has that little teaser. Satoshi, can you drop that little teaser you did for the NFT
He's showing
movie?
something right now. Sorry, I lost the question now that you're asking me about the NFT movie. You wanted me to
I was just
explain about it?
saying that, I was saying that the NFT movie was interviewing a few select groups there, and we got invited to speak there because so many people went up to them and said, like, "You guys got to interview me in NFT because we made such a presence and left such an impression on people." So I actually, unfortunately, wasn't there that day because I had re-broke my foot. But I think John could speak a little bit about how big this is going to be for the community.
Yeah, definitely. And it's something that he showed on the screen I want to talk about a little later. But yeah, so we talked with it's called NFT, the movie. So these guys submitted this movie like last year through what was it through? What
I believe it's Sunset, but let me check 1 second.
Like Sunset Films or something. We'll just use that as an example. Don't hold us to that name. But they didn't approve it for some reason. So they're adding footage from this year and they're going to resubmit. And if it's all good, I mean, we're going to be in the movie.
Sorry, Sundance.
Sundance. Yeah, Sundance.
Yeah, Sundance.
That's actually really big.
What?
Yeah,
No way.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
They submitted last year and had some issues with their like filing and stuff, so they're resubmitting this year. So we're going to be in that movie at the Sundance Music Festival if it gets approved. Anyways,
that's the best damn advertising on the planet.
Bro, and I think we get invited because we're in it, right? Like
if we get featured, if we get featured, we get to get invited to it.
Yeah. So, but anyways, so we ran into them. Daniel can probably, or Satoshi could probably speak on that a little more of how that conversation arose. But basically, we talked to them. They were really interested in what we were doing. We were the talk of the whole damn place. Like, our backpacks that we had on and the boombox that we brought was the best marketing that we could ever do. Like, it was, nobody had them. Everybody was asking us about them. Hey, where did you get those backpacks? And sometimes we'd say, hey, go to MemeNFT.com and check it out. And then other times we'd let them know, like, hey, yeah, like we got it on Amazon. You know what I mean? Depending on if they were, into the joke or not, right? And we actually had a lady there that was like, "Hey, if you guys really want to do these backpacks, like I can get you selling them on Amazon and all this shit." Like she was talking about actually having us like manufacturing branded MemeNFT LED backpacks, which is not a bad idea for merch. Maybe that's something we can do later. But back to the movie here. So you know, they talked to us. They really liked us. They could really, and he kept speaking about this. And I want to talk about this. Everyone kept saying this to us that was serious. They kept saying, "I feel your guys' energy. I feel this team's energy. You guys have the best energy out of any team in this building." And, you know, at first, you know, the first time we heard it, we were like, you know, yeah, what, you know, whatever. But I swear to God, we must have heard it 5 to 10 times, right?
Easily, yeah.
And each time for me, and I know for everybody, like it kept setting in further into me, like further into my chest, like they're totally right. Like we have this crazy energy about all of us that is infectious, like super infectious, like. And not even every one of us is that outgoing of a person. There's a couple shy guys on our team, but even in the moments and at the time, you can still feel the energy of everything that was going on and the vibes. Like remember that lady we ran into? What's her name? I don't remember her name.
Was it the one that was doing the Volva project? Was it that one?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
she was the older lady towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you weren't there. Were you there?
No, you guys were telling me about this.
For the radio
Oh.
show.
Yeah, for the
radio
she does like a radio show or something, and she was just like, "Dude, your guys' energy is like it's like on level." And she matched us 100%. It was crazy, and you know she did. And I don't even think we told you this, Pickles, but she did say like, you know, we at some point we should get a female on the team that shares the same energy we have. And I was like, trust 100%. Me, it's not that we haven't been trying. Like we want to be inclusive and get people, but we, like you said, we've got to have somebody that's on that same level as us. And we just haven't found that person yet, but we're always looking.
You know what a lot of it was, I think, John, is what the people were picking up on is the whole team is so confident in the project and so confident in the marketplace that it's not even that we were high energy, it's that we didn't have to sell ourselves. So like when you talk to people, everyone there that was pitching their project, they were really trying to sell their project. We didn't really have to sell it because we were so confident in what we were doing that people picked up on it. We were excited to talk to them about it.
Because we were all top holders.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was amazing. It really was. I don't know how many times. Like my voice is still having a hard time from that event. I don't know how many times Daniel or John or 4 out of 5 would grab me and be like, "Yo, I need you to go talk to these people right now." And I'd do the same elevator pitch over and over. I mean, we met so many people there, and absolutely everyone was blown away. Not only with our the impression that we left and our energy, but what we're trying to bring and how well spoken each and every person was that attended that event. And a lot of people, I will say, a lot of people were also very impressed that we had a community member, 4 out of 5, one of our largest investors, attend, because that shows faith in the company and in the project to have one of your larger investors come out there out of their own pocket to support.
Dude, let me tell you what, 4 out of 5 was hilarious because they'd be like, "Hey, how's your day going?" "Oh, my day's going great. By the way, check out MemeNFT.com."
Yeah,
it was so funny. But like, I just posted a picture in the chat there just to kind of go back to the whole NFT, the movie thing. So it was, Pickles couldn't make it because of his leg, that bastard. I wanted him to be there. But seriously, he was hurt. Like there was no way. So we had, 4 out of 5, myself and Daniel Moncada, and then the gentleman from the movie, and it got personal. I mean, it got professional, personal. Like he also spotlights veterans in there. So me and 4 out of 5 are both veterans. So he talked to us about, you know, giving a message to veterans trying to get into the space, as well as like, you know, dealing with their mental conditions and stuff when if they have one. And, you know, it was really cool. I was going to say how cool it was that we had 4 out of 5 on that panel. And I don't even think at the time I realized like how freaking cool it was. I knew it was cool at the time, but I didn't really think about it till later. Like, how cool is it that our top investor came to this event, spent the entire week with us, and then was also featured in the interview for NFT the movie. And if we get to go to the big screen, he is going to be a part of that process. That just goes to show you,
and also happens to
right
be
there
the coolest one in the group.
Yeah, that just goes to show you, like, we're the people's marketplace. You know what I mean? Like, that's we listened to our investors. Our investor came with us. We let him be. He was so involved. We had him sign an NDA while we were there. You know what I mean?
Signed in, live, like driving to the event, he had to sign an NDA. That's how he was.
He's actually here. You want to hear from the horse's mouth?
Yeah. You better not say shit. 4 out of 5.
Come on, 4 out of 5. Get over here, bro.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Why don't you just 4 out of 5? Why don't you just give the community members kind of your opinion on what it was like to hang out with the team and get up and close and personal, and how it was for you?
Is that covered in the NDA?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. So I mean, it's just those people that when you meet them, that you instantly become family. It's just that type of group. And when we brought that to NFT LA, we just made it MemeNFT LA because we were the biggest ones there. We were the loudest ones there. We were the biggest family. And I mean, we were just dancing, joking. We had boombox. We had the music playing. It didn't matter. We were just there to have a good time. And then it's our product when you come up to us. It was literally the greatest sales pitch I've ever seen.
Mute your mic if you're not speaking, please.
So it was just a great strategy that I think moving forward, there's no need to buy any booths at these places, because being mobile and being active and not being sitting there selling somebody and just having them naturally come in conversations, just networking, is the best strategy. And that's
it was so much better. It was so freeing.
I actually said that multiple times. I said, I went out of my way not to go to the booths because I didn't want to get stuck in a sales pitch. We quickly realized that we probably networked more. How many people were like me that didn't want to go see the booths? Like, most people were outside hanging outside because they didn't want to get stuck in a sales pitch. And our networking outside, just being real people, talking to you and just running into you and having a conversation and talking about their past life and whatever's going on in their space, was way more valuable to those people to listen to us than it would be us spending money and being stuck inside of a small room with a bunch of other booths that are trying to give away stickers. You know what I mean? I think
coming from the perspective, sorry, dude. Coming from the perspective of having run a booth in the past, it's like from open to close, it's actually really cumbersome because you're focused on one thing, and that's making sure that the booth is running, people are there, you're answering 5 million questions that are basically repeating yourself 5,000 times with people that are just going to take your stuff and may not look at it again. When you're out there, like Pickle said, we're out there, we're hanging out. The people are coming up to us. It's not like you're on a line and going from booth to booth just to see what free merch you get. This was real. It was live, and it was more engaging. And Pickle's right. You probably had some more important contacts that were floating around that didn't want to do the whole get in line and get a free book bag.
We were kind of forcing a more personal, intimate relationship with these people because we had issues getting the cards, so we didn't have the cards while we were there to hand out. But it was actually a good thing, man. I'm such a firm believer in everything happening for a reason, because when we thought about it, we were like, you know what? It's okay that the cards didn't come because we're connecting with these people on a more intimate level, and we were forcing connections. We were forcing, hey, follow me on Twitter, I'll follow you back on Twitter. Things like that. I don't want to say forcing. That might not be the right word, but we were guiding it to a more personal level, and it worked because we got a lot more like connections on Twitter and Telegram and things like that, and Discord, because we were like, hey, whipping my phone out, or I have the QR code, or if they didn't want to scan it, we would find each other on Twitter and we'd follow each other back. And when you're just like handing out cards mindlessly, like I have so many cards in my box.
I don't even look at the cards, bro. I see some cards and I just get them and throw them away. So the fact that we were actually having a conversation with the people and organically talking about the project instead of trying to sales pitch something, it's more meaningful than hey, here's my card, look us up, try to find us, invest in us, instead of you're investing time in them, which gives it more in my perspective. I see it more as like, oh, this is cool, we're already connected. I really want to know about the project because the guy that I was talking to, he was a really nice guy, instead of like
it's more personal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it's not pay
whose
per
card
click
is this? Whose card is
advertising.
it? You don't remember
It's
that card.
organic
You
reach.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you remember that guy that does the Twitter growth hacking? What's his name? Drew?
Yeah.
So like him, giving out cards can be effective, like when it's a fucking metal card. You know what I mean? Like a metal card is like a statement, but you got to spend money for those metal cards, and you pick and choose who you give them out to. But like us not having anything was the most valuable thing we could have, because we weren't going to spend the money on metal cards. They're hell expensive, and not to mention we wouldn't have gotten them in time. But the marketing effort that we did there, even though we had to like improvise, we got told time and time again it was the most effective marketing, and everyone was like, oh, the MemeNFT guys, the MemeNFT crew, like they were like, oh yeah, I know those guys, I saw those guys, man, I was on the microphone like doing my thing, just like pranking people, I was singing to people, we were doing all sorts of like out of the box shit. Like Daniel, I realize now that he doesn't even have to be in character to get the response that he got at previous expos. Like he doesn't even have to be in character. When people realize who he is, the instant like trust is already there. You guys have fucking one of the Salamanca brothers on your fucking executive team.
There was even a dude that didn't even know who he was talking and vibing, right? And then because of his natural vibe, it's so enticing and engaging. As soon as somebody came up to him and told him who he was, like, what? You know what I'm saying?
I want to.
That's why Daniel's the best of both worlds, man. Because he's got the brand, but he's got the personality too, bro.
Because John was just saying something that's really important. A lot of people were recognizing us and being like, "Oh, that's the MemeNFT crew." And I actually have a funny example because, as you guys know, we hired two female promoters to kind of help walk around and spread the word about MemeNFT, but they didn't actually have tickets to get inside to the booth area. They were just only able to walk around the event. And I was walking up to the outside part with the two girls, and he was like going to try to look at their wristbands. And before he even had a chance to look at their non-existent wristbands, he saw my MemeNFT shirt and my MemeNFT hat, and he was like, "Oh, you're with MemeNFT," and he just let him in.
Just let
they
him
didn't
in.
even need. They were in the event with us because they were with us.
It was crazy. Like we met some military guys there that were super cool. They were like giving us alpha on like who was going to be performing, and we almost got them to play the Grandma Ape Spa Club song, but they had like a last minute change of talent at the end, and it screwed everything up. But like it was crazy. Like we were like getting into everything. We were this close from Nelly. This close from Nelly, and we got some crazy footage from Nelly. Like, dude, he was dancing up in the camera. Like, Daniel was recording it, dude. It was crazy. Like, oh my God, I can't wait for us to put all that footage together and show you what we got. It's definitely on our minds. We want to get that out as soon as we possibly can. We don't want to sit on it, or otherwise it'll sit there too long and we'll forget about it.
Dude, I'm editing it now, bro.
Yeah. So
why don't we show a couple little clips real quick that you have? If you
I have been here and there, but hold on one second. Let me see.
Well, let's talk about them while we're showing it, so they know what they're seeing.
Yeah.
So there's Nelly and his brother in the gray. Oh God, what is his
right next to him?
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Look at him. He's just get those sexy bastards.
That was with the red camera too, so it was pretty heavy.
That's no joke. That thing. My neck's still hurting, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have some absolutely amazing footage to bring from this, and we actually had people outside of the event, like when we were going to the after parties. Even in our hotel, we had someone recognize us. Daniel, remember that girl at the last day? I was like, Daniel, you got to come outside onto the balcony. Yeah. We met someone because she recognized us. It was just all around a great. Absolutely one of the best marketing and PR campaigns we could have done. I mean, it was incredible.
Dude, okay, so the backpacks, right? Let's talk about the backpacks. So we put the MemeNFT logos on there, and on mine, I put a couple more things. I put my my Speedo picture on there that got a couple laughs from people, and then I put the mutant on there, and a few, like, I want to say like 10 to 15 times I had somebody come up and be like, "Oh, hey, nice mutant, that's a cool backpack," and like it started a conversation. So it was like a really good like conversation starter. They'd be like, "Oh, MemeNFT.com, what is that?" And we started talking about it. And
yep, there's Daniel serving food.
Yeah, Daniel worked the food truck. Yeah, there's Daniel in a t-shirt handing out food.
Yeah, look at him. He's all puffing it out. He's all MemeNFT. Like, we were trying so hard to just be like, ugh. Like, you seen us lined up for the NFT movie? We all had our swag on. We had the thing. Daniel doesn't wear the hat because it's part of his image there with the bald head. He's got to have the bald head. But, like, he had the shirt on. We had the shirts on, the hats. Like, it was crazy. Like, I wish I could really explain to you guys, like, how all of this felt at the time. It was like, I don't know. It was not, I don't want to say it was overwhelming. It was like, it was just special. It was like, I felt like we turned spaces and shit into a real life event,
yeah,
which
sure.
is normally hard to do because people get shy in real life and the shit doesn't happen. But like, people saw that we were just like we were in spaces. We were like that in the real world, and not everybody is like that. Like, dude, we were just as outgoing, you know, just as goofballs, just as serious, like everything. And like, people ate that up. And like I said, this just brings so much validation to what we are trying to build here at MemeNFT. And this is one of many events. We're already talking about going to a couple more in June. The marketplace will be out by then. We can, you know, show the product off. And, you know, we may just do the same thing. We may just go around with backpacks, and maybe we'll get a little more creative. Maybe we can get a big fucking TV on our back and walk around or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
that's a great idea.
The boombox was a last minute thing that I saw, dude. And like, when I mean everything happens for a reason, let me tell you this. I was out shopping at the Livermore outlets, and it's like a big circle basically of shopping thing, and there's a food court in the middle. Well, we went to one end, and we had to skip this certain side of the end because of my kids needed to go to the restroom and shit, and it was starting, like, feet were starting to get tired. So we skipped this entire section of the mall and went around. And then I don't know what it was, but like later before we left, I was like, hey, I want to go back over here. And we were all tired, and I went back around, and I was passing the store, and then I don't know, something was like, look to your right. And I looked to my right, and I saw the fucking boombox store, and I was like, this is perfect. Like, this is exactly what we need. And they had one that was TSA approved, and I thought it was going to be a good thing for us to be there with it. But like, it ended up being a really good thing. Like, we were playing.
It was the hit, dude.
Yeah, dude, we were playing the Grandma Abe's Spa Club song. Like I said, we were going, oh yeah. We were bum, 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 bum. We were like, hey, you in the glasses, get over here. We were like saying stuff like that to people.
Brought to you by.
Oh, yeah, you guys got to tell them the story about me going to the bathroom.
Oh my God. Yes. So first thing is we're like, okay, bathroom break. 4 out of 5 was wearing it on his back. I had a microphone, and I had a lapel microphone too. And 4 out of 5 ended up like going into the bathroom, and then you had it on?
Yeah, it was Pickles. Yeah,
because we went in there multiple times.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell it.
Yeah, no, Pickles went into the bathroom, and there was like at least 5 or 6 other people that got the advertisement of the century, because all you hear is, this bathroom break brought to you by MemeNFT.com. And then Jonathan runs in with the lapel and sends a bunch of feedback into everybody's ears.
Oh my God. So the later on it happened again. 4 out of 5 went to the bathroom, and I was like, oh yeah, MemeNFT.com, and everyone started fucking dying.
Yeah.
But it was like,
it was amazing.
Yeah, that stuff there was like, everybody loved the joking around, but they also took us serious. And that's the hardest thing to do in this space that we've mastered is being able to communicate with humor, but also dialing it into the seriousness and people taking you seriously and appreciating the humor at the same time. And this team, the energy we had there was like, it was unmatched from any other team. And we even walked inside around to the booths, and we were pitching ourselves to the project booths. Like we were going around to the project booths. Me and the toast guy, remember, we were singing to each other, and then it turned into this it turned into this whole conversation, which turned into a possible collaboration. Like it was freaking awesome. And then we drew some toast and gave it to them to possibly mint, I guess.
For those of you guys that don't know what he's talking about, there's a project coming out soon called, what's it called? Toast Punks or something like that. But they have the Breadiverse. And they actually were partnered up with the Subducts, which is one of the larger NFT communities out there. And they absolutely loved us because we matched their level. Like they were having fun. They were like doing all sorts of stuff. And they said like everyone they've talked to has been so boring and so sales pitchy. And then we came up and like John said, he was singing with them on the microphone. So we're hoping to secure a partnership with these guys because they still don't have a set marketplace yet. And if we can get these guys on board with MemeNFT and have that in with the Subducts, I mean, that's just that alone from this event would have made the entire event worth it.
Dude, they're highly bullish on it. They're highly bullish.
Yeah, they're extremely bullish on the marketplace. Yeah.
Yep. It was a great conversation. But again, that was another group that commented about the energy. Like they're like, dude, I dig your guys' energy. Like I'm feeling this vibe right now. And that's, I don't want to beat the dead bush here, but man, that is so much validation to what we're doing here. I want that every single day when the marketplace launches. I want people to show up and like think about us when they show up. Like, man, I those guys introduced me to this platform. Oh, those guys are the ones that are the execs on this project. Oh my God, like my money's safe. You know what I mean?
For example, bro, the Apocalyptic Apes and the Loudmouth Lions, like they were talking about us. They were like shilling MemeNFT at the event.
Loudmouth
was was running around talking about MemeNFT constantly. So you're talking the founders of the fucking Lazy Lions and the Apocalyptic Apes spent more time talking about MemeNFT to people than they did their own project.
Yeah, they're extremely bullish on the NFT platform and the GASC platform. They're like all in. They want to see this marketplace and they want to touch it and they want to see, is this going to be the one that takes OpenSea from them or not? We don't know, but I think so.
I know. I know.
But I just want to say overall, the entire event was a gigantic success. We are obviously turning heads. We are getting noticed. We need to attend more. Like in the world of marketing, you can't just attend one event and say, yeah, we did a great job. We have to keep the momentum. We got to keep the tempo, and we got to keep rubbing MemeNFT. Meme. Is that going to be our diss? MemeNFT. MemeNFT. We got to rub that around in the space so that people, there's psychological things to marketing, right? Like I think you have to see things like 4 to 8 times for your brain to really like say, hey, I want that, right? So, and look that up. But basically, that's what we need to do because we have a hard job. We have a very, very hard job. We have to change people's minds that have been using something either from the beginning of them trading or the only thing that's been reliable for them since they've been trading in NFTs, or they're forced to use it, which is a little bit easier to get them on board.
Bless you.
But the mass adoption piece is what's going to make us be the strongest marketplace out there, and we're on our way there. It's just a matter of time. Marketplace is nearly complete. We're going to be attending more events. More people are going to know what MemeNFT.com is. I think we really need to talk about as a community and as the executive staff a little more about bridging to Ethereum for our token. That's something that we need to discuss and the best way for that to happen on the launch, because honestly, we're limiting ourselves if we stay just within BSC. This token could go absolutely parabolic if we bridge over to the Ethereum side, because there's 2 different types of investors when it comes to Binance Smart Chain investors and Ethereum investors. Ethereum investors have a lot bigger pockets and a lot more whales on that side of the fence, and a lot more diamond hander whales. And that's not the diss on BSC at all. That's just facts. And when you think about it, and I'm sure Satoshi could back me up on that.
Can I? I'm going to just interrupt you really quick.
Definitely
When he says bridging over to Ethereum, we don't mean getting rid of the BNB token. We mean running alongside it. So we have the BNB token and the Ethereum token.
Yeah, like the prices would, it's like another exchange. Like the prices would rise together, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Which pressure from the ETH side will help bring up the Binance Smart Chain side as well. It's if you look at all these top tokens that are bridged or whatever, all their prices are within like a fraction of each other. That's just how it works. If you have a good market making company or an internal one that can help you stabilize the price if it dips on one of the other exchange or on the other blockchains. So it's something that we need to discuss as a community too, and see if that's something we want to divulge in. You know what I mean? And I think from the feedback we got from a lot of investors at NFT LA was they want this on ETH. They're like, you guys bridge over to ETH, please.
Yeah.
Like, take my money.
So we are going to have a ton of content coming out over the next week as we edit it and these other people edit it and send it to us. Before we go into talking about the marketplace and stuff, I do want Satoshi. We had a very well-known person in the space who was on the NFT LA panel, came and talked to us and was very excited about MemeNFT. Do you want to tell them who that was, Satoshi?
Yes.
Oh, you talking about Mark? Are you talking about Mark?
The gentleman that followed me on Twitter that we.
Mark Wright has been. Yeah, Mark Wright has been in this space he was playing with NFTs when NFT marketplaces were just starting out, and these were this was like on other networks that aren't Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? Like Wax. He's actually friends with the guy who created Wax, and I don't know if anybody's like been in NFTs that long, but like NBA Top Shots, all that stuff happened on Wax. What kicked off the NFT like run as we know it today started in that little corner of crypto, and Mark Wright is one of like the quadruple OGs that hit that wave when nobody was talking about NFTs. And just to give you like a little bit more on the Wax creator, he was creating escrow bots for like forums on games like games like that exchange in-game assets like Rune or World of Warcraft, where you just like, oh, I want that shield. You would go on the black market forum, and then they would initiate a swap in the same way we initiate NFT swaps. And this guy was playing with that tech before blockchain. So, these guys are like baked into the space, and it was cool to just like actually meet with them and powwow with them. And Pickles, like, they immediately like fell in with each other. It was cool as hell.
Yeah, he's probably the most like influential person I have following me on Twitter. And when he followed me, we actually filmed him following it as kind of a joke. But in the background, I was like a little girl, like, oh my God, Mark Wright's following me on Twitter. But no, just a super humble dude. And I mean, it just goes to show like everything we're saying, like some of these people that we're talking huge names in the space who go to these events and they want to get back to their hotel. They went out of their way to come talk to us and wanted to talk to us because we left such a good impression. So absolutely amazing. We're going to follow up with Justin Wu. There's another event coming up in June in Austin.
Yo, Wu loved us, and we loved Wu.
Oh, yeah, Wu's amazing.
Wu is so freaking cool, man.
Decentral.
Yeah, dude. Like, Decentral was popping, dude. I loved Decentral. Like,
Decentral was.
They are top class event holders, and to meet Justin Wu, the guy responsible for it. Oh my God.
Yeah, and he wants us in Austin at their event in Austin. So they're putting together the final information for it. But I can tell you right now, once we get that information and get everything confirmed, MemeNFT will be going to that event.
We got to get a bigger boombox.
Oh, we can. They have big ass ones, but we might have to ship it.
Leaks.
What up, baby?
what did you think of the event and how MemeNFT held it down?
Oh man, I'm so happy because I went with Miami. Went to Miami with Daniel, Vox, and everything. It's nice to have a booth always, but what you just said, I think it's really important. It really makes sense for us to. I think what we did in terms of like strategy, it was actually on point because we are not like something like we were gonna be launching, so people don't know us yet. So it was actually perfect to be a walk-in marketing. I think it was perfect, and the way we approach people, it was so much easier to break the ice, and having Daniel, I mean, no words for that. It just makes everything easier, and he's kind of like key on. I mean, this is pretty much key to create relationships with high-profile people. I think we can call this a really a successful trip, and everything it's gonna build towards. I guess we actually have really really nice conversations with a lot of people. So I think overall it was very nice, fun, and successful overall.
Leak said it, bro. Daniel, you were freaking key because man, there isn't a lot of people that can get down with the what I want to say, us paupers, down in the up in the nosebleeds, right? And at the same time could go up to somebody with clout and they're like, holy shit, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of people that can do that, and you are one of them, dude. You got the spectrum on lock, man, because you're so freaking down to earth and chill and cool. Immediately, like, nobody has to know who you are, and it's like, yo, you're my best friend, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then when they find out who you are, it's like, oh shit, yo, Daniel's my best friend, bro.
And then for them to find out, what was even more bullish is when people found out that he wasn't just a hired celebrity to come out and rep and get people attracted in. He's actually our CBO, signed on the LLC and on the paperwork. So that was even bigger for everyone there.
Yeah, it was amazing. I like I said, it's hard to put into words what we experienced there. It was like everything we've been working so hard on was like instant validation from the people we were talking to, the random people that we were able to just talk to, like just validated everything. Loved it.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful event, and the fact that we were all together like friends, like family, as part of the team, that to me made it very special. The fact that we were not trying to sell a product, we were just out there hanging out, with the shirts, just having fun, and that fun, that vibe, just translating to everybody liking us,
100%.
Yep. Just imagine when we actually put planning into it and not spur of the moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This event out in Austin, I think we have about 2 months, roughly 2.5 months. But once we get the go ahead and find out more information, we'll have plenty of time and we'll go out there, fully stacked. But really, honestly, there's not much we would have to change. The way we did it was so perfect.
Yeah, it was a perfect strategy.
Yeah, there's not much, like maybe a few more backpacks or something if we're gonna have that many people, and then maybe a couple of handouts for certain occasions, or maybe even some, like I said, for some VIPs, maybe some metal cards.
Yo, wait, what about a giveaway for a rare amount of backpacks so you could shill your JPEG at the NFT event?
We could give away some backpacks too.
We could get like 50 of them and just give away 50 of them, but you have to do certain things to get it.
You're gonna have to talk to
bro.
Talk to our CFO about buying 50 of them.
50.
No, Alibaba, I'll get them cheaper, bro.
Hey, we may be staying in the Motel 6, but we got 50 backpacks to give away.
So,
hey, check your text, John.
I will.
Enough about NFT LA. We're going to have a bunch of content coming out. Satoshi's hard at editing stuff right now. We've got a lot of people who interviewed us that are going to send us stuff. But Nate, do we want to chat a little bit about the marketplace and how things are going?
Yeah, sure. So we spoke with the devs. Well, first, before I get into that,
you guys, it's so cool with NFTLA and everything going on. And the energy that was out there in the streets that you guys felt and people felt, that's the same energy we have in all of our meetings together, and it's just so wonderful. Like you said, John, it gave you chills. I get chills about it all the time. Just what we have here, it's unbelievable, and I don't think you could manufacture this. It just kind of happened, like you said, John, for a reason. It's amazing. But yeah, as far as the marketplace goes, testing continues. The front end is still continuing to be connected to the back end. Specifically, as you guys know, the Wyvern protocol is something that OpenSea utilizes to facilitate trading of NFTs. Pat is building for us with Malibu the Wyvern protocol with the ERC 721A, something that's not been done before. It's all handmade, handwritten code from the ground up. And so specifically, he mentioned that in the connection between the back end of that with the front end, they are working on making that fluid so that there are no issues. And as we've said the past couple of weeks, they are in the full testing mode. Malibu's working on getting the front end connected to all the contracts. There's about 20 contracts working with each other to make the marketplace function. And so this is taking time. And as much as we want a hard date, we're not going to get a hard date from them until they're 100% ready and absolutely sure that that's a date they can deliver on. So progress is moving forward. And as we continue to get progress reports from them, we'll pass on to you guys in the community. So that's where we're at with it. And Pickles, I don't know if you have any comments about it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say really quick, because a lot of people ask about that, right? They ask, what's a hard date? First of all, when we don't have a hard date, I think a lot of people in the back of their mind, when they don't see a hard date, they think it's because it's going to take longer. That's not true. Just because we're not giving a hard date out doesn't mean that we're still a long ways away. We're still, 100% on track. We're moving forward at a great speed. The only reason we're not giving a hard date out is because we don't want to set a date and not meet that deliverable. So when we give a hard date, it needs to be 110% that no matter what, we're going to meet that hard date. However, we're on track. Those guys are plugging away hardcore. I mean, they just said today, like, they're still on track for everything they projected towards us. So the only thing about giving the hard date is just making sure that we don't give you something and then fail on that promise, because we don't want to do that.
If I may,
had one. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you got to think for a second. Like Pickles decided to do it this way. We launched it and we gave the BSC community an opportunity to get in on something that is turning into a bigger thing than we imagined every day. Right? This last event has showed us, like Vox said, the validation, right? But like a lot of this stuff that usually is like fundamental, we don't really get to touch it. It ends up in some VC room bouncing around. They buy in, and then 2 years later, it's opened up to public sale with something already launched. So for us to be able to lock in this early on something this big is an opportunity for anyone from day one launch to now, and probably for the foreseeable future. It solidifies my bags every time. Like I talk to you guys or we have something like this go on. It's like, all right, I'm good. That's good where it is. I have no need to move that or rebalance it. Usually I have a rebalancing like discipline with stuff. I haven't touched meme, man. I just I set that shit staking and I just let it go, because this could be like it probably will be early retirement for all of us. It's really like it's turning into that more and more for me every day, and I get like more and more excited about it.
Well, and just so you guys know, just to be real clear and give you guys a little bit of a timeline, like a teaser timeline, we're on track enough, and we're continuing to be on track to the point where if we wanted to right now, we could put out the marketplace. We could push the marketplace live. You'd be able to buy, you'd be able to sell, you'd be able to track auctions and all of that. But there's no point for us to push out the marketplace without it being at a standard that we're comfortable with, because especially with this event, right? So we just talked to some of the biggest investors in this space, and they're all extremely motivated and extremely bullish on MemeNFT. So now if they come back from this event and we decide to rush out the marketplace because a handful of our investors want to see it early, and it's a half finished product, that's going to kill all the work that we just did at that event. So again, we could launch the marketplace right now and have it function, as a bare bones marketplace, but we're really focused on making sure that when it comes out with the utility that we want it to have. So we're on track, guys.
And Pat has offered that. Pat offered that last weekend when we spoke to him last Sunday. He said we could launch it with the you have a fully functional marketplace. Fully ready. What do you guys want to do? And so, I think it was somebody in the mod chat. We did a mod VC before this one, and somebody said, you only have one chance at a first impression. You want to make sure it's a good one. I think it was the master who said that. And we weigh all that stuff out. And again, we fully trust in the capability of Pat, our Certec certified dev, and the guys working underneath him. And, we want to launch with something that's going to wow, and that people are going, like you said, John, are excited that they're, listing and using MemeNFT.com as their primary marketplace. So
100%, especially after those relationships that we made. I mean, I cannot express to you guys, like, if the marketplace was fully done and we were launching it tomorrow, it'd probably go through the roof, because the amount of amazing connections and people that are like stoked to see this marketplace. So at the event, when people were asking like what the timeline was, we actually just gave them a ballpark figure of 2 to 3 weeks, because we don't want them to expect it earlier, because they're so bullish on it and they're ready to invest that we don't want them to set their expectations too high and then have it come out, a little bit later. With some of these guys, we have one chance. We have one chance with some of these guys that are worth, upwards of $100 million as investors to impress them. And we already did the part of impressing them person to person at this event. Now we have to impress them on the deliverable.
Yep. And the other thing, Leaks, I want to give you a shout out to Leaks in developing. I don't know how public our new logo is, but I'm using it as my PFP, and it is our, I guess it is our community logo for the official Telegram community. But Leaks designed this insane logo that I love, and he's also working on kind of like a what do you call it, Leaks? A branding guide for MemeNFT?
Yeah, it's a branding package. It's a branding guidelines, so we can have everything across our platforms. It's about consistency and make sure we put the word outside and it kind of falls into place for everything we do.
Can we call it the meme standard?
Oh, I love that.
We're gonna
That's
call
awesome.
it the Memeverse.
The Memeverse.
Nice. And so, Leaks, I believe you're throwing together kind of like a similar thing as well. Maybe just a possible guide for the UI as well for the marketplace. Is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty much for website, staking platform, and marketplace, because those are like the platforms to be live and it's to be consistent. So those three, and for everything it's in the future to be developed, it's pretty much a guideline to be able to be consistent every time.
Yeah, you're talking about the branding guide, right?
Yeah.
I think I've talked about this in the past. So basically, let's say Leaks moves on, he's done with MemeNFT. I hope that never happens, Leaks, but we're just saying it, right? Or you're on vacation or whatever, right? And we got to hire somebody to do the work while he's gone. You take that guide. Yeah, you take that guide.
That's what happens if you leave.
Yeah, you take that guide and you hand it off to the third party or your secondary graphics person or whoever you're working with. I mean, it says everything. It has the logo. It has every single color scheme we use, the fonts we use, the sizes we use, all that stuff is built into a branding guide, and usually people charge thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to build you a proper branding guide. And we got that guy on our team. Leaks, did you, I don't, forgive me if I'm overstepping here. Did you like tease any of the new white paper or anything, the design, or what are we doing here? Not yet? They're not ready for it?
Yeah,
they're not ready?
Let the man curate, okay? This is a curator at work, okay? A museum curator.
I think they will be very happy. I'm sure they will love it. I share a little bit with executives, and they gave me like a very nice feedback. But pretty much what we have thought about, we are thinking pretty much to follow the same colors that we have on the phone. So those are going to be our new colors, and it's going to be built around it. And of course, there's going to be some things that can be adjusted and stuff, but that's kind of like the idea. And the white paper will be the same white paper, but it's going to look fire. And maybe we're going to add a few other sections for maybe executive sections with their professional profile picture and stuff like that.
Here, Leaks, check your thing real quick. I'm going to ask you this, if this is...
So, Nate, are you there?
Yep.
We do have a couple photos from Malibu, right? Is that for us to share here, or is that...
Yeah, we can show them. I think, let me show. I mean, it's similar to what we've shown already. There's
pictures of the trip. Oh, this is great. I just saw it.
Oh yeah, I got some myself too.
Yeah.
We got to get these all on a single Dropbox folder. I'll send you guys all the.
I uploaded to my. Oh no, it still hasn't finished.
No, I'm gonna send you guys all a request link. Just throw all the media in there so I can keep it for future reference.
I think I already put it in a Dropbox.
Vox, what about if we do this? You have a file that it shows more advanced progress. What about if you share the screen and you show it in the screen without sending the file?
Oh yeah, just show what you have so far and what you're working on.
Screen. Yeah, what you showed.
All right. Just that page, or can I share?
We're about.
Can I share the whole thing that you're working on?
Yeah, just share the whole thing, but don't send the file. Just kind of go quickly.
Yeah, I won't send it. All right, you guys want a sneak peek at our new and improved white paper? That's
about
on
the
its way,
guys. This shit's hot. Let's go.
Okay, so first of all, we got page 1 here has the new logo on the front here. You got the new color scheme, a beautiful backdrop here. Got the little colors here. Again, this is not finished, so don't be critics if you don't like it. But please give us feedback.
I love it, dude.
If you want to change anything or add it. But look,
hot already.
Table of contents. We got it right here. We got all these. So as of right now, it's 13 pages. It'll probably be a little bit more. And then we continue on. This is just some text here. This text was all pulled from the previous white papers. The design was revamped before. I don't know. I wasn't really fully involved in the backside of this when that happened, so I don't know the context around that. But we all said that we needed to have something that was on brand, so that's why this is happening. This is another thing. This one's not finished yet either. Just giving you kind of a little sneak peek here. This is beautiful. This is professional. It's so sexy. I love it.
Your use of multiple colors, it's it doesn't clash. It's
at all.
Bro, you should be working for Givenchy or freaking Gucci or some shit, bro.
There's so much colors, and like you said, that doesn't clash. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It looks very vibrant, and it doesn't look dead.
Yeah. And it doesn't hurt my eyes to read it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes when I'm reading something, the colors could hurt my eyes, but even this, everything is beautiful. It all flows. That freaking logo, look at that. MemeNFT.com at the bottom of everything. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Very nice. I like.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what thoughts?
Naeem likes it.
Very excited.
Nice.
All right, what are the thoughts? I'd like to hear from the community. What do y'all think? You can text it out. You can talk in voice. What do y'all think of that?
It looks pretty
I had
dope.
a question.
What's up,
go ahead.
Yeah, so one of the questions I had is I really liked one of the things you guys said earlier was like MemeNFT made for traders by traders, and you guys getting down to like the grassroots of the whole thing and all that. I was just out of curiosity, what did you guys see there when you're in NFT LA as far as like our competition? What kind of marketing did they have?
There was no marketplaces there. None.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Get free.
There was one. There was one.
There was Open PFP, and
that's all they had was a display.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think they're just going for kind of like one of those out the box copy pasta marketplaces. But I don't think I heard a single person at that event mention Open PFP. Yeah. No, we didn't really have
like
any contests.
OpenSea or Tofu, none of those guys
None
had
of them.
any kind of marketing for their investors?
None of them were
Nothing. But check this out. Check this out. I don't know if I said this in here. I've said this in private conversations with my team. But where a lot of these other platforms have failed in terms of trying to go after OpenSea, or even, first of all, I still don't think that's a good marketing move to just try to go after OpenSea. I think that's terrible. But where they missed the boat is they're trying to give away things. Like they're trying to give away certain things to bring people to the platform, but that brings the wrong type of people. That doesn't bring people that actually want to use the platform. You're going to be bringing people that just want the freebies, right? So as soon as they get the freebies, it's back to OpenSea. We're not doing that here. We're not doing a gimmick. We're not giving away gas fees or any of that crap to try to get people to come to the platform. And this is or airdrops or any of that stuff. The airdrops, we'll talk about that later. There was a good idea somebody brought up to me at the event, Pickles. I forgot to tell you about it. Something we could do with the fees and the buybacks and stuff. But yeah, we're not doing all that crap to get people to the platform because we actually want people to come to MemeNFT because they want to come to MemeNFT. I don't want to pull them in with hey, come over here and get free gas fees for your first 2 transactions. And then boom, they're back over there and we just lost those gas fees that we reimbursed. That's not effective marketing for what we're doing on the organic growth that we're trying to do.
And Open PFP wasn't even there. They just had like banners and stuff that they paid for. So they weren't actually like there talking to people. And what John said is very important because I've said this since day one when I launched this project, coming from someone who sells, generic marketing and gimmicky marketing. We're not focused on gimmicky marketing and we never will be. Since day one, we haven't been, right? We haven't spent ridiculous money on poor ROI gimmicky marketing tactics. We will never be that company. We're not going to be the company that drops $150,000 to have their banner at an event that they don't even attend. What we will do is drop a set amount of money to fly out, 9 members of the team plus community members to meet face to face because that has proven time and time again to be the best form of marketing. And that's grassroots marketing at its best.
Culture.
Dude,
yeah.
It was better than we could have ever thought, like getting a booth. Like my mind was so closed on a booth in the beginning until it was like didn't make sense and then we were like thinking outside of the box, and everything that we did, like we always do on this project, like the things we're coming up with for the marketplace, it's always outside of the box. We're never on the line. We're always around the line, but along the same path. We're always like figuring out things because as I say this, innovation is the way that we will succeed. If we innovate, people will come. If we find a better way for people to trade, a more fluid way, a faster way, easier way, all those things will bring people to this platform. 100%.
Right.
Pickles, you hit it right on the nose. We were talking to people that were vendors out there and just asking how much it costed to do certain things. We spent a fraction of that and flew everybody the fuck out to go and
Verse,
have a good time. And I guarantee you, we converted better in the crowd than
oh, for
anybody
sure.
else there.
Absolutely.
Verse paid $200,000 to have the outside area titled Verse Patio. They had 2 banners that said Verse Patio. They paid $200,000 for that. I think at the end of the day, once we reimbursed flights, we probably paid about $12,000 to have 9 of us
and
out
everyone
there.
was talking about us.
Yeah, with
Everyone.
That's
backpacks.
hotel,
Yeah,
flights,
yeah.
all the tickets,
And I
the
just
40
expenses.
pounds of bacon.
The thing is the reason people spend that money is because they have that money, but they don't care about the investor. All they're doing is trying to get their name up and advertise. Like I said, OpenPFP didn't even attend the event; they just put the banners up. So the day that I stop attending these events, and the day that I stop being willing to talk to a ground floor investor face to face, is the day that I retire from MemeNFT, in my opinion, because no matter how big we get right now as a startup, or a year from now as a top 3 marketplace, the day that I stop being willing to go meet my investors and possible investors face to face and shake their hand is the day that I need to quit MemeNFT, because that means that I no longer have the passion for it and I'm just collecting a check. So that's why I say built for traders by traders, because we're not listening to what's going to make us the most money, what's the highest profit return. We're listening to what do these traders need, what does this $1,000 a month investor need to make his experience better. And the day that I lose that is the day that I retire from MemeNFT, and you can put that on my contract.
Hell yeah, bro. And like, remember what we talked about? We want to run our own MemeNFT con or something like that, however we're going to call it. But like, imagine us doing that and profit sharing with the community.
MemeCon?
MemeCon? But imagine us
bro.
having an event like that and profit sharing with you guys. Like, can you imagine that? Us hosting something and saying, hey, part of the profits are going to go back to our holders. Utility. I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? Hey, you own MemeNFT? Your ticket's discounted.
Yeah. Every one of these events that we do, I think it was huge for 4 out of 5 to be there. It really showed people that our community believes in us by having them there. So I think every event we do, we should host some kind of giveaway where 1 or 2 random community members gets flown out with us and gets to attend the event with us.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a great idea. I have to like them though. I'm just kidding.
Well, if you don't like them, you could just put them in the room with me. And
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the road, guys. I gotta go study. Just want to come in.
Okay, you want to say anything before you leave, baby? Well, the floor is yours for a few minutes. The floor is yours.
Nerd.
That's it. Oh yeah, I gotta be a nerd, bro. Gotta be smart. Can't stay down for the rest of my life.
You're all good, brother. I'm just
closing.
Love you, Daniel.
Stop interrupting.
Love you.
Stop interrupting. Closing statement, bro.
That's it, man. I'm just very, very excited to see what we got coming up. We all had a blast. Like I said, when we were hanging out, it was nothing forced. Everything was very organic. We were just chilling like homies and representing what we believe in. That's it. And like we were talking with John and the core team, we are the people's marketplace, man. Like that's what people want. We want to be able to help the little guys, the little guys that don't have a big cloud of 100 million followers or whatever, be able to list their art in our platform and be able to make a little bit of money instead of getting taxed so much. I don't know. I'm just very excited for what we got coming up, and I thank you all you guys for a great week on NFT LA, and thank you everybody in here for holding it down, for always pushing, and let's get together and make this project what it could be. When we get on the socials, we just got to push really hard for people to be able to see who we are, and just blow everybody out the water.
Yeah, we need maximum participation on retweets and everything to just push what Daniel's really big on the social side, and we made a couple moves on the core team today, shift a couple of things around. We had a couple of holes and we filled the holes. We're bringing on more people to the team. We have a vetting process. Everybody that's outside of the executive team will be internally doxxed, and then if they want to publicly doxed, then that's okay as well. But us at this level, we're all doxed, and we make sure that everyone below us is a real human being and is trustworthy. So that's why we have them internally doxed to us. And yeah, I mean, that's just what we're about. We're just a trustworthy brand. We're gonna get to where we want to be based off of our trust, our likability, and our solid utility we have coming out that a lot of time and effort was put into, and that wasn't just a willy-nilly marketplace job. Yeah. So super excited. Thank you, Daniel, for being here, bro. I'll let you go.
No,
yeah, Daniel, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, and thank you, appreciate it. And I was gonna say one more thing, but it's just I was gonna say if you know any artists or any projects that are gonna launch soon, just go ahead and talk to them. Tell them to come and meet us. Don't even sell anything. Just tell them, hey, come to our voice chats, come to the community. Just invite them here, and that's it. They could make the choice on their own. If they like us, they do it. If they don't, it's fine. But just invite them over here with us and come and hang. Come. If you want to invite somebody, let's say for example, like right now, just send them the link. Hey, come and hang with us. Come and listen to what we got going, and that's it. But
yeah, maybe we can come up with some investor-wide incentive referral program that will incentivize you to bring projects to the platform.
Did you say referral program?
Does somebody want to make some greenbacks?
You want to make a little bit of money by bringing people into the project and get more volume and get more money. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we live in the real world, right? I think people should be rewarded when they refer things and a company has made money off of it. I think that's at a minimum a practice that should be commonly used. And I don't think that we have any problem making that happen. We need to talk to it at our executive level and see what that looks like. But by all means, if you got projects, you got friends that are invested in stuff, and you think it's a trustworthy process, we're gonna send it through the gauntlet to make sure it is. But if you can do a little bit of the legwork, so you have to find some of those, bring them here. We would love to talk with them. Maybe we can have a partnership, or maybe we'll just introduce them to minting on our platform or what have you. But all of these things are worth a conversation, and all of this can be beneficial to the entire system we're building here.
I'm gonna push what you're saying, just so everyone, execs included, hear me. Okay, the biggest company in the world got to the place that they got through a referral network. And if you don't believe me, go to Amazon.com. Okay, in crypto, I personally was in a project once, told the developer you need a referral network. Okay, and that referral network ended up being his most successful fucking project. Okay, I'm not going to drop it because I didn't particularly like the dev at the end of it, but it was successful.
Yeah, it's like it's like in real life, like in real life, that's like you said, Amazon is a big example of the referral system and all that. So, that's why they have the influencer program. They have an influencer program that they pay the influencers to be able to bring people into the platform, because at the end of the day, they're going to make a lot of money. So, like I said, if you guys got anybody, bring them on. Like Jonathan said, if you guys could do a little bit of the legwork and do a little bit of research for us, that'll be highly appreciated. We're still going to do research, but if you guys give us a little insight of about the project, that'll be very beneficial for us and very helpful. All right, guys, I got to go hit the road.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Hey, good luck on your stuff that you're doing outside of this. Make sure in your auditions you wear a MemeNFT hat and a MemeNFT shirt, okay?
I love you, puppy.
Bye.
All right, bro. Later.
I love you guys. Bye. See you.
Love you, bro. Bye.
Let's
let me peace out, bro. No, you're good. Let me tell you guys, like, I have seen Daniel change over the last 6 months from being a very reserved, really hard to trust people, into really becoming a part of the team and infusing himself in this project. And it's amazing to me, like how invested he was when we went to Meme. I know it surprised you too, Pickles. Like he like stepped up. He looked over me. He looked over me when we got there, and he said, "Look, I'm giving you permission to use the shit out of my name."
Oh, for
He's
sure.
like, yeah. I never heard him say that to me ever before, and nor would I ever like assume to do that, right? And it was just funny because I was like, damn, he's really invested in this project. I was like, he really has pride in it. He really he's really here. He's really on our team. He's really involved.
But he sees the gem.
He
He's
does.
been in the space forever.
He does.
I mean, I've seen the things he goes into, and it's like, bro, you're an OG. I don't think that guy knows how to lose. So the minute he saw Meme, it's this kind of like the same thing that I think is in all of our minds. Like, this is an opportunity, and we need to be a part of it with the most potential we have at our own capacity. Like, because
100%.
this is going to change the space, in my opinion.
And no pressure to anybody too to like invest in the token. Like, if you're like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it kind of a guy, then just wait. Our marketplace is around the corner. If you want to jump in after the utility's out, we have no problem. I want to tell you this right now. We weren't talking to people and saying, hey, go buy our coin. Like, that's not what we were doing. We were having organic conversations. We were talking about it. We didn't even say, yeah, go to PooCoin or anything like that. Like, that wasn't what we were doing. We were just introducing the product. And that's what like gained our respect with everybody, is that we weren't like grimy salesmaning people. We were just explaining the benefits, and we're like, hey, you like it or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, give us some feedback.
Well, because the reason for that being too is right now, and I'm going to say this very delicately because I don't want anyone to take this wrong, but right now the token and the chart doesn't really matter. Until the marketplace comes out, you won't see the true value of the token, and it won't reflect directly. So we weren't at the event trying to push people to buy on the chart. If you do buy now and you do invest in the token now, you're that much more secured and that much more positioned when it
we
does
did
blow
pump
up.
that week, though. We did make good moves. It was,
for sure.
You could tell
but
that
what
people
I'm
are
saying
buying.
is, it doesn't, like, if you have $1,000 bag, if you have a $500 bag, if you have a $100 bag right now, and you don't feel comfortable buying more, don't. Just sit on it. Just wait, because when you're going to start seeing the real reflections and the real benefit to you being a holder is going to be when the marketplace comes out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't look at the chart and question the future of the project based off of what the chart is now, because the chart won't be what it truly can be until the marketplace comes out. And that's just what utility tokens do.
Yeah, right on.
Go ahead, Nate.
Oh, I just wanted to bring something up too. With our low fee, a selfie of 2%, no profile setup fee like OpenSea, no listing fee. There's no hidden fees. There's gas fees that you'll have to pay, and then the selfie, which is only 2%. Now as the CFO, I'm really working hard on the numbers side of things, right? We're giving more to the buyback at 1% than we're paying anybody, even the devs or ourselves or our team members. And so it's kind of difficult and kind of funny to me that, like John was saying earlier, with the people's marketplace, that's so true, because we're literally taking half of the revenue that we get from the marketplace and putting it back into MemeNFT. The other 1%, we've got to split up a number of ways.
A large number of ways.
A large number of ways. So it's kind of interesting. Other platforms charge other fees to get more revenue coming in. Their selfie might be 5%, or they've got profile fees. So now we've just set it to 2%. So people on the platform using it are maximizing their profit. And then, we're taking half of all the fees and putting it back into the chart. We're really scaling back on that other 1%. That's not a whole lot to work with, and parsing it up into the different categories that need to be paid out. I just wanted to reiterate that from my standpoint as well, trying to figure out the numbers, I love the fact, I'm so bullish on the fact that we are setting such a large amount aside for the MemeNFT token. So it's just something to remember. Hang on to your tokens.
To remember.
That's the Pickles 360 deal, bro.
So that's
the
go
circle.
and buy now. That's the sign to buy and go now.
Not for nothing, but once even a little bit of volume hits the marketplace, whales are going to look at this like, I'm getting 1% back as a buyback.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's incredible. Really, it's gonna, like you mentioned, the parabolic. That's really how this is going to work. I think, just based on marketplace volume.
And then it goes back into stuff like the staking platform. That's the circle right there.
It is
Staking
platform
the
and exchanges down the road as well to supply them with volume. So
yes.
Let's open it up to the community. I want to hear everyone's thoughts.
Yeah, please let us know. Good, bad, the ugly. We want to hear it all.
I just wanted to say thank you guys. You guys are so upfront with all the transparency and everything that I love being a part of this project. I love being part of this team. You guys are awesome. Like, for real. Like, Prop Daddy, you held it down the whole time. The rest of the guys were in NFTLA. Love you guys.
Dude, we
respect,
thank
guys.
you
Thanks.
so much. Let's everybody thank Prop, because like he held it down while we were gone. We didn't have to really do like anything with the community. I mean, even though we did do a couple special things while we were there, but honestly, that took so much pressure off of us.
100%.
Because I'm still recovering like mentally from all the fucking talking and shit that we did there. Like, if I would have had to have gone into every AMA on top of all the talking we did, my quota for the whole month would have been gone. my word count would have been complete. So, thank you, Prop, so much, dude. And that's what this team is about. If one person can't make it, they hold it down for us in the back, and that'll go. Hopefully next time, if one of us can't make it, we'll do the same thing. You go and we hold it down, or one of our core team members can hold it down. So we appreciate you, Prop, so much, dude.
Can we all know? Because
Prop is the man.
Really important. I don't know if people really realize, like John just said it, the amount of stress that took off of us not having to focus on the community while we were at the event is massive. And I have so much respect for you, Prop. I'm going to put a little something in the chat, and I want everyone to spam it.
100%.
Nah, all good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Too late.
I think
fucking blow it up.
Ooh,
no,
the waterfall. Oh, shit.
You guys have the great energy, and all of our passion is in this 100%. And it's nothing. It's just.
Look at that. Look at that.
Let me click it once, damn it. You guys are sick. I can't even click it.
Yeah, no better project to be a part of, for sure.
I literally can't click it.
What's that?
I was going to say, I also wanted to say thanks to like Rax, like the amount of hours.
Oh, yeah, dude,
video
Rax
chat.
as well.
The amount of hours he had to listen to me over the weekend. Worth an award more than anything.
You're good.
Hey, when Rax wanted to come back and come, get in a more like official role, we were excited because the timing couldn't have been any better. We were like, yes, let's have someone in the VC all the time. So while we're in LA, if we get new investors in, he could like answer questions. And from what the feedback we got is there had been some new investors coming in that bought in based off of the things that he was saying. So that's think of that like a landing page for a website, right? Like the landing page is something that hooks you in right away or sends you fucking packing if you don't like what you see. So Rax right now is our voice landing page when he comes in or in the face, right? He's our landing person. So that's very important, and a lot of projects don't have that. So, and he even saw that need and was like, hey, I can do this for you guys. Like, and we were like, we didn't even know we really needed that. Thank you, Rax. Yes, let's have you do it. And so far, so good. So Rax, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the time you spend away from your family. You know, your dedication on the project. I couldn't, you know, between you and the other guys on the team, I couldn't think of any better people to work for us.
Yeah, I see the vision, and the vision that we have here for MemeNFT, the team that we have here is amazing. I mean, just everything that we're doing right now in the space. And I always tell people, like, we have Jason that's been, you know, really faithful coming in there every day. We have Green Bougie. They're some of my best friends, like, on here. But, like, the vision behind the team and what we're going to be doing in the future is so massive. Like, it's hard to contain in just, like, the 11 or 9 hours that I spend talking to these guys. And I'm overjoyed. And it's just like the future that we're building here together, it's all about the community. And when you guys said it's the people's marketplace, that stood out to me. I'm like, you guys should actually make that a theme, you know, MemeNFT, people's marketplace, you know, because that's what it is. People are going to actually start investing because that's what they want. The people are speaking out, and like when they come into the community, I listen to them. I want them to engage. I want them to make them feel like this is the place they need to be, because I mean, their investment and the transparency that you guys have, it all equals to, you know, their minds to be like more secure to make their investment. So yeah, I thank everybody, man. The people who come in here, the community and the team. You guys are awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love you, Rax, dude. I'm so happy you came back when you stepped aside and took a little personal time. You can ask John. I was super bummed out because, I mean, before you were Rax on Rax, I knew your other name. And I've always loved what you do, man. And the amount of time you've spent in the VCs while we were in NFT LA, and the amount of knowledge you bring to this space, dude. I'm so grateful to have you on this team.
Dude, I think Prop like had a dagger stuck in his heart when you had to leave.
Prop loves you, bro.
Prop took it the hardest.
Yeah.
Well, I know we had a great conversation over the phone, and I totally understand, you know, why you had to go, and totally support you in that, Rax. But I got to tell you, I was so excited when you're coming back because you're so valuable, man. 10 to 12 hours a day, every day this week he spent in the VC.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, you know, just holding it down for us. So he deserves more spammed messages than I do. He's the one putting in the hours this week. Just really great commitment. So thank you, Rax.
Yeah, man. I do it, like I said, I do it for the love of the vision of what this means to everybody. I've had Twitter Spaces with John, and I've said this on Twitter Spaces. This is a freedom from the debt slave system. Cryptocurrency is the way forward, my friends.
Yeah,
it's the way forward.
I used to work 18-hour days, 6 days a week, working basically paycheck to paycheck, and you know, sweat, blood, and tears. And this is the only way I've ever found in my life where I could get out of it and work for myself. So I feel you 100%, Rex. Really quick, I want to, you know, Jason brought up thanking Rax, but I want to introduce to everyone. Everyone knows who Jason already is, but Jason is now one of our newest administrators, moderators on the team, and I think we should all welcome Jason Finley to the team. He's been out here repping since day one, and I'm super happy to have him on board.
Jason Finley, come on now.
Yes, welcome, brother.
Guys.
Welcome.
Yeah, another
Box,
Australian.
I
actually wasn't gonna sign off on having you on board because I didn't know if I could handle another Australian on the team, but here you are, bro.
Yeah, we had Steers in the video chat on the weekend, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. All the craziest investors I know, dude. Before I did MemeNFT, I was in a private whale group, and it was like 90% Australians, bro. And
I love
like
Australian
all of them. Oh my god, dude! All of them would win on like every play we invested in, and I would always get in too late and like miss the punch. And I was like, "What am I doing wrong?" And I realized it's because I'm not Australian. Australians are just so crazy that they just like ape in hard in the beginning, and they're the ones that end up winning.
Yeah, maybe
that's Jason too.
They might
Jason.
Yeah, they might see the vision, like not see it earlier, but Australians, a lot of Australians trust
Well,
people.
it's
Like,
I think
they get a
you guys see it
connection with
earlier
people.
because you're the first time zone. Or Greenwich Mean Time is like right next door,
You
bro.
guys,
They're ahead of
you
us.
guys are, you guys are from the future. It's not fair.
Yeah, but I was thinking,
For real.
you know how everybody's like after a set date. When's the marketplace? What date? I reckon we should just blow them all out of the water and do like a stealth opening. Don't release the date, and people walk in like
We've actually talked
did the
about
marketplace
that.
open?
Yeah, we've actually talked about that. Just not telling anyone and just releasing it and like super randomly.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
Does anyone else from the community have anything they want to say? Ask us a good question. Talk about NFTLA or.
Yeah, please. Anybody? Did Robert say what he had to say? He was going to say something earlier, and then he got stepped on.
Of course, I'm gonna have a question, guys.
Oh, fucking course. Is that Thomas? What's up, doggy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I missed hearing your voice.
I'm sure you did. Thank you so much for representing us. By the way, guys, you guys did a great job. I cannot wait to see the footage. It's gonna be great, I'm sure. And my number one most important question is, what was your favorite meal the whole time out there?
Oh, that street spot. That street spot. No, it was literally the hole in the wall and the first floor.
We never made the chorizo and eggs, bro.
Dude, you kept saying we'll have it tomorrow, and then tomorrow came and we never made it. Hold on, let me send you a picture of the best one. There was only 3 of us that ate it though, because everyone was like, if I remember right, you guys were all tired.
No, Fleming's was not the best. It was that taco spot, right at the
it was Taqueria Mexico, bro. It was the hole in the wall.
yeah.
Dude, that lengua burrito was like one of the fieriest lengua burritos I've ever had.
You're crazy. Fleming's was definitely better. Let's see. I'll put it in the
I dropped $160 fiat on a taco truck to feed all these guys. What did we buy? We bought 30 street tacos, 15 taquitos, dorados, nachos, burritos. Dude, I went up to this taco truck. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and they were like getting ready to close. And I was like, hey, I hope you don't mind. I've got a big order. And I think he was thinking probably like 4 or 5 burritos. And I was like, all right, we'll get 30 street tacos, 15 dorados. Like, I just $160, tipped them 25%. Dude,
and still spent less money than Open PFP.
Yeah.
My
Exactly.
favorite meal down there.
Yo, how do you not have a picture of that receipt, bro?
I know, I should have. Because I don't take pictures of fiat receipts, bro. It's all scam. Fiat's a scam.
I was telling everybody to look at that. For the record, I paid out of pocket for that meal for me and the 2 boys that came with me.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Meme did not cover the stakes.
Yeah, Meme, that was my thing. I said, whoever wants to come, let's go. And I just surprised whoever came with, hey, I'm paying for it. So.
Yeah, see, if you had told me you were paying for it, I would have gone, bro.
See, it was a blind thing. No matter how many people came, I was going to pay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I never said that until we got there, and I was like, by the way, it's on me.
Oh, yeah. I just had to stay behind while you guys went Nate lavish steaks. I had to stay behind and make sure at least one person on the team is doing their job and putting in the work, you know?
I just needed to sleep. That camera was fucking heavy, bro.
The only reason you didn't come is because you were dead set on using the groceries since we just bought them.
Yeah, I spent $300.
Was that the night that we did that VC with the clothing and showing the merch and stuff while you were busting your ass off and Fox and everyone was out?
I think so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was that night while they were all partying and having fun.
Man.
And Satoshi and I were staying back and getting the real work done.
Yeah, we had to sew. We had to sew all
we-
those shirts up from scratch, bro.
We know what you guys were doing.
hand sewed. No, just so you guys
I have
know,
a-
I now have officially broken my foot twice for this community. So
Jesus.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if the first time
vouch
was
for
for the
that.
community.
It's an expression, man. It's pickles.
I think
it's just an
I
expression.
think the first time you slipped.
yeah. Listen, bro. It was for the community.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, I'm back in the boot. For everyone that doesn't know, I'm currently back in the boot. I have a meeting here soon with the orthopedic surgeon. Yeah, man,
Hey,
it's not good.
hey, not to discount your boot, but Mike actually has time to meet with us. If we can wrap this up and meet with him for a few, because otherwise it's gonna be till Wednesday.
Yeah, Mike is our
Sounds
lawyer,
good.
everyone.
We
So
can
yeah,
wrap this up.
let's do that. Whoever's recording it, let's make sure we end this. Yeah, love all of you guys. Thank you so much for holding it down while we were in NFTLA. Thank you so much for listening to the VC tonight. There's huge things coming, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Amazing event.
So my just little closing thing here. I really appreciate all of you. I want you to know that, regardless of, all the smoking and joking, we always are serious when it comes to the project. And, and people, like I said this earlier, like people understand that. They see our funny, charismatic side, and then they see but we're really actually serious and we know what the hell we're talking about. And that's a difficult thing to communicate to people, but we all have that ability to do that on this team. And it showed there. So, anytime we represent Meme, we do it in the most professional, polite manner that we can think of in terms of our ecosystem here on the project. And I could just say what we did there was very effective. People loved it, and now a couple thousand people more know what MemeNFT is. So we're just going to keep doing that same thing, keep doing it. Remember, this is marketing. We're gonna have to keep hitting it hard. The next thing is until June, so give our families a little break, because my wife almost lost her mind while I was gone with these two little kids. So, but I appreciate all of you, and much love. And, just every day we're here working for you guys. We're here working for your money, making sure that we're doing the best thing we can for your investment. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, right on, John. Good night, everybody. We'll close it down.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Thank you.